this video. I know you're excited about this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I copy and paste all the items I need to mark in my script. And then I am going to also copy and paste the actual poem because that's the basic necessity for your script. So get that there. And when you paste it into your Google Doc, I would recommend making the whole thing double spaced and a larger font so that when you print it off to be able to read, then it's really easy to just kind of glance down at it and not like get lost on what line you're on or anything like that. So maybe like an 18-point font or whatever works best for you. And I would make it all Calibri what at. Alright, so in my little checklist that I need to have, I need to make some kind of marking that lets me know I'm pausing here so that you have good phrasing of where you're going to take your breaths. And what I like to do is use a backslash because when I had to take a class on how to do this, that's what we used. So an easy one to start off with is anywhere you have major punctuation like semicolons, colons, period marks, question marks, commas, you're probably going to have a pause. So I'm going to put those with all those, and it just makes it stand out a little bit better when you have all those marked. And then I am going to skip ahead and see there's not a mark here, but it's the end of a line, so I'm probably definitely going to put one there. And when you are marking it, yes, you're going to put it for every punctuation mark like that, but you also might want to read through it and just see, like, are there other natural places where you pause? So my mistress's eyes are nothing like the sun. So I felt like I paused there. Coral is far more red than her lips red. So I feel like there's a natural pause there. If snow be white, why then her breasts are done. If hairs be wires, black wires grow on her head. I've seen roses damasked, red and white, but no such roses I see in her cheeks. And in some perfumes, is there more delight than in the breath that from my mistress reeks. I'd love to hear her speak, yet I will know, so not always a punctuation mark, that music hath a far more pleasing sound. I grant I never saw a goddess go. Never saw a goddess go. My mistress, when she walks, treads on the ground. And yet, by heaven, I think my love as rare, forget all those, as any she belied with false compare. Okay, so I've got all those done. And then you're supposed to have a key, so that's why I put that there. Tone or vocal expression, so that I put those together because it's kind of the same thing, but it's just how are you going to sound with your tone of voice? Are you going to sound sarcastic? Are you going to sound happy with your voice, sad? And sometimes that changes throughout. So, my mistress's eyes are nothing like the sun. So I feel like I'm going to have kind of a sarcastic tone. And I'm just going to put type. And I'm going to be able to type the word correctly. So I'm just going to put a text box off to the side for this particular one. You can use whatever marking works best for you. I'm going to put it over here, and I'm going to go sarcastic. I don't know where my box went. Okay, and then I feel like it's sarcastic the whole way here, and then it gets a little different with our turn. So where was my text box again? There we go. So over here, I'm going to put lovey-dovey. Like the, oh, I love you so much kind of thing. Facial expression, that would be what you do with your face. Are you going to smile? Are you going to have a serious face? I feel like I'm going to smile when I get to the lovey-dovey stuff. So I'm also going to put type, and I'll just put them in the same box. Soft smile. And up here, I'm going to have more of a serious face. But it's, there we go. Serious face. Then over here, gestures. So what are you going to do with your hands, your fingers, your arms? My mistress's eyes. Maybe I'll point to my eyes. And then I could put that as a typing one also. Or maybe if I had it printed out, I would just do it on paper and write it in. But 0.2 eyes are nothing like the sun. And I'm going to get rid of the fill, maybe, if I can. Here we go. No fill. And I don't know, I feel like pointed eyes would be kind of cheesy, so I'm going to just shake my head here. Nothing like the sun. So when I say nothing, I'm going to shake my head, which is really more head movement than a gesture. But it reminds me to do it. Coral is far more red than her lips. If snow be done, hairs be white. Oh, here, grab my hair, like, and just, not like roughly, but just let it fall limply. Insert. So I'm like talking about hair. There we go. If hairs, grab hair. There. And of course that stupid fill makes it not show up. Let's see, anything else? Not seeing anything else that I would do for gestures, so I just type those in. Rate changes. Are there fast and slow parts, or is it all going to be like the same pace? So, my mistress's eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips. My mistress's eyes are coral, I can't say it, is far more red than her lips red. I feel like I got a little bit slower there. So I'm going to use a big capital D for decrescendo. Snow be white, why then her breasts are done. And then I feel like that went back to normal pace. So that's a C I'm going to use for that. If hairs be wires, black wires grow on her head. I feel like I get slower after the pause there, so I'll put a D in there. I've seen roses damasked, red and white, but no such roses I see in her cheeks. I feel like that one's faster. And in some perfumes is there more delight than in the breath that from my mistress reeks. I love to hear her speak, yet well I know that music hath a far more pleasing sound. I grant I never saw a goddess go. My mistress, when she walks, I feel like that's slower here, treads on the ground, and yet by heaven, I think my love is rare. I feel like that's slow, and this is slow. So I'm going to mark my key with D's and C's for that. So D is slower and C's are faster. And then finally, volume changes. So are there ones you're going to say a little bit louder or softer? My mistress's eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips. If snow be white, then her breasts are done. If her hairs be white, be wires, black wires grow on her head. I have seen roses damasked, red and white, but no such roses I see in her cheeks. And in some perfumes there is more delight than in the breath that from my mistress reeks. I think that one's going to be louder because you're talking about her singing and talking. I love to hear her speak, yet well I know that music hath a far more pleasing sound. I grant I never saw a goddess go. I feel like that's a little bit louder too. My mistress, when she walks, treads on the ground. And then I think this one's going to be softer because you're like all lovey-dovey. And yet, by heaven, I think my love is rare, as any a she belied with false compare. So I'm going to use F and P music notations for fortissimo and pianissimo. And then I have it marked so that I will know what it means. And then when you mark it, you're already kind of practicing through it for how you're going to read it. And then now that you have all the markings in, you just read through it again and make sure like you remember to do the things that you marked. And then we'll be performing our sonnets tomorrow. So have a great day.